football games bring a hint of the cold time to get away. We'll pack the car with escape in mind, forgetting about classes, leaving books behind. Time to get away. Empty cottage sitting on the shore. Tourists all left about a month before, and we're gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on.
A fall break.
Hand
in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul air. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on.
And what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Gore podcast. This is your host with the motherfucking most, TJ Bowser, and joining me, as always, is Big Johnny D.
What's up, Gorehounds?
The killing machine himself, Bobby Amon.
Hello, you fuckers.
And timely Tyler Robofuck.
Yeah!
Hang in there, Gorehounds.
You may know Tyler Robofuck as the man whose life story inspired Brokeback Mountain.
I thought it was Joe Dirt. Well, close enough.
Oh, that was
Joe Dirt 2, actually. The Hulu exclusive speech.
We're saying it wrong.
Crackle, I should say.
Dirte.
You know what?
Hey, don't
And
class it up, buddy. Do not class it up.
I'm only saying this right now just because he dropped in here for a little Scuba Steve. But Tyler has definitely beat Scuba Steve's time for last week.
Yes, he did.
Because we were bitching about Tyler being late, but Tyler made it pre the start of the episode. Love you, Scoob. Love you, Scoob.
Yes, we love
So, as the start of every show, it's time for your slice of life. Big Johnny D, what'd you do?
What did I do, sir? Well, I shouldn't say started. I already have Halloween decorations up, but I started my big I started my big project for this year. And so I started building a 10. Everybody's seen the Home Depot 12-foot skeletons. We all fucking want them.
Yes.
But
yes, we do.
I also don't really want to drop. I do want to drop $300 on it. Actually, I do. I want to drop $600 on two. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, I'll go halfsies.
Bro, I got a full ranch house, so a 12-foot skeleton to a ranch house is just gonna be fucking ginormous.
Oh, that would be
so
sweet.
But it's ours already sold out. Oh, so I was like, well, fuck it, dude. I'll just make my own, quote unquote. So I made fucking a PVC one, as you guys have seen, because I've just been excited and sharing it everywhere. But yeah, man, just fucking and it's way cheaper, like a third of the cost. Just throwing that out there, but you gotta do your own decorating. But think about it, dude. He's a basic skeleton, so every year I could have a different monster. And as I was making him, Bobby, hopefully you'll enjoy this one. Me and my buddy, we were making the shepherd's hook, and we instantly looked at it and we were just like, yo, man, should I make this like seasonal? Like I can have different characters. And we were instantly like, oh, Krampus.
Yeah.
I might have a giant 10-foot fucking Krampus.
Either you better do it, or B, we are no longer friends.
Well, that's a challenge. I mean, listen, I want to do it. My only issue right now, or I should say bump in the road, is you know how I am. I want to try to make the legs correct, and trying to make that goat type of leg,
Goat leg,
and have it be stable with the frame is very hard, but I will try my damnedest to figure out how to do it.
Goat leg problem.
But no, dude, I could have a giant St. Patrick. I could fucking I'm going to do something on Halloween again for Valentine's Day, because fuck Valentine's Day. You know what I mean, dude? Fuck it. Buddy. Independence Day, I could have a giant fucking Uncle Sam. It'll be fucking dope.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Scary Uncle Sam.
Ooh, the horror Uncle Sam? That would be sweet.
The zombie Uncle Sam.
Nice. But other than that, man, I've been enjoying myself. I watched this delicious movie, and I will say delicious. It was wet. It was wet.
That was very wet.
Yeah. It was
moist. It's a moist film.
You watched the right one, Johnny.
So I actually watched it once and a half. I would say twice, but I didn't get. So I watched
once and a half.
I started on Shudder, got pissed off because as much as I love Shudder, oh, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not even going into that. That's for later.
I believe it's also on the new Arrow app.
It's also on Amazon, and it's on a few other things, but that's a different section. Other than that, man, just enjoy myself. I've been loving spooky season that's here. Unfortunately, Man, you go to any other store besides the Halloween store, all Halloween shit's gone, dude. It's gone. Like there's not coming any minute. It's
Not
like
even
fuck.
go there, please.
Although Party City said they still haven't gotten in half of their stock, which doesn't make any sense. I'm like, it's fucking October. How do you
It's
not have
COVID October, bro. It's not a normal October.
Listen, man, when every other retail outfit is already set up for Christmas
Oh,
for
fuck.
October 1st. Yeah. Sorry, Tyler. I know that fucking hurts us all a little bit inside when I say that.
It does, man.
But no, man, it's Party City's got some deals going on too, boys. I will say that, and listeners, Gorehounds. But you know, get your spooky shit on. Tyler, how the fuck have you been, brother? We haven't seen you in a minute.
We haven't.
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Work, come home, work some more. I got my porch all enclosed, so now I'm gonna have another bonus room on the house. Got everything closed up last night.
Nice.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Got to put some windows and the door in, and put some siding on, and I'm fucking good to go. And then watching this movie, it just reminded me of a feeling I had when I was a kid, and your mom gave you one cookie and said you can only have one cookie, but you know there's
For
two
some reason, I
cookies.
thought that was going to go a different direction with your mom, but whatever. Keep going.
Jesus Christ.
Bro.
I fucking
Dude.
I
She
had
got
fucking
stuck under the
binge
table,
watch
didn't she?
everything last night.
No, it was the dryer.
Fuck.
Anyway.
Wait, no. It was under the bunk bed that you had in your house that you didn't know existed.
What the fuck, Bobby?
What the hell?
Tyler, welcome to the show, man.
Yeah.
Welcome back, motherfuckers. Welcome back.
This is how we
Great to
bring
be
back.
back.
This is how we bring back our most beloved people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
start making
red carpet, red
sexual
carpet.
innuendos real quick, and next thing you know, we're all on a list.
We haven't seen Tyler's beautiful face since the 100th episode, man. So you know.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, it has been a minute.
So what else you been up to, bud? You got some
That's-
new.
I heard
additions?
recently he got into the art of rip starting. For those of you who don't know, rip starting is it's whenever you start to masturbate and you pack your asshole full of anal beads, and right as you come, you pull your anal beads out real quick. It's called
gotta
rip
watch-
starting.
Oh, the good old
You gotta watch
lawnmower,
You
huh?
gotta watch how you
All
roll
right.
out, though. You might hit the cat.
The good old pole start.
He messaged me the other morning. He's like, "Man, I just rip started and I feel great." And I was like, "What's that?" And he explained it to me, and I was just blown away.
Literally.
I mean,
I killed the cat.
that's probably the best, cleanest way to start the morning. You know, like you're feeling fresh as a motherfucker at that point. You're empty.
Yeah,
as
you're
shit.
out. You're out both ends. You're good to go.
And just pour some coffee on there first, then it really gets you going for the day.
Nice, dude.
Good old rip start.
Fucking A.
Bobby, how was your week, buddy? Coffee, not only for
You
drinking.
son of a bitch.
Diuretics, you must.
Uh, well,
Yeah, it is.
Bobby, what were you rip starting this weekend, buddy?
well, I wasn't rip starting anything.
That's a new phrase, dude. That just might be a new Gormore t-shirt right there.
Damn right it is.
So, Saturday was a chill day. I was with my girlfriend, and we went with her sisters and a few of their friends out for.
Oh
You
no!
fucking lost Bobby
Bobby,
during his
refresh.
slice?
We lost your video feed.
Bro, during his slice too. What the fuck? That was terrible timing.
So,
So anyways.
back to, who's trying rip starting first on the show, huh?
Ooh.
That's or is that Patreon content?
You know what? I want to know what it's called down under. Brody, let me know, bud.
We'll call him.
Right? That's true. Oh, that's right. I'll get his answer right from him.
So I want to shout out to our live
shout out,
streaming
bud.
hosts right now. They actually did everything that I asked and gave me proper buttons to make Bobby show up properly now. So thank you guys for making large buttons. There it is. So we're back with the show. So you were talking about your weekend or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was out with my girlfriend for her birthday and a few others as well. We were celebrating. And Sunday was football, chilling, going to apple cider places and such. Really chill weekend. This week, finally, now after a while, I have cosplay stuff coming in, and I'll be able to now finally, hopefully, finish the Jason that I started 6 months ago.
Hot damn.
Would have been done by now.
Yeah, but isn't that the one you technically like restarted?
Yes.
Yeah, so.
But I can finally get it to the point where I like it. So that's all being worked on. And touching on what John said before with the Christmas stuff. I had to go to the store today. I walked into the store.
Let it out, Bobby.
I see one blow-up tree for fucking Halloween. Looks wonderful. What's to the left of it? Christmas shit. And as I'm walking down the hallway, all I see is a Santa about 4 foot tall. Looks at me, starts singing, "Merry Christmas." I'm like, you motherfucker. You're lucky you're not a human right now. I'd throw you down the goddamn escalator. That was pissing me off to no end. Oh my God. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
Why the fuck didn't you just punt it? Come on, then you wouldn't have, gone to
I was
change.
not paying $300 for that piece of shit.
Oh, ouch.
That $300 would have been taken away from me and I couldn't get a fucking skeleton.
Wouldn't it have felt good to drop kick Santa, though?
Yo, you could have a
Yeah, but then I'd be on the naughty list, which
you can have a singing Santa or a 12-foot skeleton, dude.
12-foot skeleton.
12-foot skeleton all day.
And if I did that, I'd be on the naughty list, although it's not really as bad as I think about it, so it doesn't really.
Ooh, you're always on my naughty list, Amone.
Oh my God! Calm down, TJ. Easy. So, horror, and as everybody should know, I don't have to decorate for Halloween.
Right.
It's fucking Halloween year round here, as we all know. But we do have to get some stuff out of the house or out for the house and shit. So, and I still have to go to a Spirit Halloween and spend more money eventually. So I got.
How many times have you been so far?
I haven't been yet.
What?
I know. Wow. There has been times in the past.
This is where we need the soundboard for the "You Suck, You Jackass" soundbite.
But here's the thing: when I go to a Spirit Halloween, last year, a week in a row, every day, I went to 2 different stores everywhere I could go after work.
I mean, listen, dude, I give you credit that you haven't gone yet, because that would drive me nuts that if I had.
I mean, it is driving me nuts, but the problem is I know I'm going to go there and be like, what can I buy that I don't really need, but I really.
And you know what?
That?
You're not going to leave with anything the first time.
That's a lie.
Maybe you will. I don't know. I guess
it depends. I always end up with a mask going out, and I'm like, I'm not wearing this year, but I will eventually.
Yo, I'm not going to lie. I was definitely peeping that Beetlejuice sign. But yeah, you seen that shit, dude? I love it, man. The light up one, it's awesome.
It did look pretty fucking cool.
It's like 50 bones though, and I'm like,
It's easy justified.
What's that?
That's easy justified for a Beetlejuice piece, baby.
I mean, you could use the 20% coupon right on it away.
I don't know if that's justifiable, to be honest with you.
I was kind of hoping for maybe like the 30% day or maybe even 50.
Love Beetlejuice. Don't get me wrong, but
oh, bro, I'm all about the juice.
But
and not OJ.
That's my slice. TJ, boss.
Okay, guys, as I say every week, I did podcasts here, podcasts there, podcasts everywhere. Luckily, wasn't too busy this week, but did manage to maintain my daily upload schedule. So if you head on over to projectlouder.net, I have maintained a steady stream of new content. And if I didn't upload a day, it's because my internet was down, and I made it up to you tenfold by uploading 3 new pieces today, including this live stream. I did do a Project Louder studio tour October 2020. Uploaded that on the Project Louder YouTube. You can go and find that now. Just posted it up on Facebook as well. So go give that a watch. Fucked around with some camera angles here. As you can tell, things are a little bit different. And then I fucked with the lighting a little bit more. Trying to get a whole new vibe going on in here. Trying to up the quality once again, because that's the Project Louder guarantee. Baby, you know how it is. And then I got a couple shout outs for you guys over the week here. So, fucking hell. Okay. So, first shout out to Connor Hart, the Yowie of Kalgoorlie. Please remember to put on deodorant, you dog cunt. Shout out to Seth Gilly. Thank you, and I appreciate you. Shout out to our very lovely Tisa Wicked, just to let you know that I'm thinking of you and to stay strong. Shout out to my friend Frankie Clayton. You rock, dude. You are part of the horror community and part of it, what makes it great. So, Tyler O'Buck, thank you for joining us, and let's start our review of 1990's Bride of Re-Animator by the great Brian Usna. directed by Brian Usna, who also did my favorite Return of the Living Dead film, Return of the Living Dead 3, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 4.
4. That was the which one, if I'm not mistaken?
4 is The Initiation.
It's like with the cult witches, right? Or something like that?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
I am getting a slight echo, so if anyone would be the culprit of that, please fix that. Please.
Is that me?
Is it me?
Maybe, baby. So, written by Woody Keith and Rick Fry, produced by Brian Usda, starring Jeffrey Combs. Still here in the echo. That's on you. Jeffrey Combs is from Beyond and Cellar Dweller. And in this one, he's as Herbert West. Bruce Abbott from The Last Starfighter and Bad Dreams. Whoever did that fixed it. He plays Dr. Dan Kane again. Claude Earl Jones as Lieutenant Leslie Chapman. Fabiana Undeno as Francesca Danelli. David Gale as Dr. Carl Hill. Kathleen Camont as Gloria the Bride. Mel Stewart as Dr. Wilbur Graves. Know him from Dead Heat. Irene Forrest as Nurse Shelley. She's from THX 1130. That is George Lucas's first film. Michael Strasser as Ernest. He's from Big Man on Campus. Mary Sheldon as Meg Halsey. And Friday as Angel. Fabiana also is Austin Powers 1.
Ooh.
Yes, she is. A lot
of vagina?
Music by Richard Band. He also did the Puppet Master series, Troll, and From Beyond. Awesome. Cinematography by Dean Cundy. Just kidding, Rick Fitcher.
Yeah, we will.
I was actually about to say, like, wait a minute.
That's a Chad joke, by the way. He put that in the notes. Edited by Peter Techter, who also did Phantasm 2, Puppet Master 2, and Little Rascals. Distributed by 50th Street Films. Released February 22th, 1991. Time of 96 midgets. There's a capital I. Budget 2.5 million. Growth none. Who's going to say it? RoboFuck? Timely Tyler?
Fucking love it.
No, we got to do the trailer first.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I was like, wait, did he pick
This is like a cool one, too.
Bride of Re-Animator. Step into the lab of the brilliant Dr. West.
What are you doing back here?
We will create new life.
He knows that every body has a good part.
This is the key to creating life. Reanimated parts.
And now he's taking the best part of every body.
Look what we've done. Dream what we are about to do.
To create the perfect woman.
There is my creation. We created a life.
Re-Animator stars Jeffrey Combs, Bruce Abbott, and David Gale return for The Terror.
West took my body, but he cannot take my mind.
Kathleen Kinmont of Halloween 4 co-stars.
Are we having fun?
Wow, way to give all the coolest shots of the movie in the fucking
Bride of
trailer.
Re-Animator.
basically the whole
It
thing.
was like everything.
I mean, all right, not that the plot is important in this. Not to anything. No, wait, no.
It's
Just hold on,
insane.
wait. I'm not. No. It's important to the first movie. But what I'm trying to say is that trailer, like, you could literally just watch that trailer 3 times. You basically have the movie. Think about it.
Pretty
And
much.
A few other key little scenes.
A little bit.
You missed some of the best lines, though, that they should have put in. Like, we don't want a premature reanimation. Like, I
You don't
laughed
want
my
a premature
ass off.
ejaculation, you know.
That one, and I believe don't let the little head rule the big head, Dan.
Yep.
That is a life.
Hey,
that's not even
who
a
wants
funny
to do the
line.
plot
That's just a
rundown?
life lesson there, fellas.
All right, who's doing it?
Gotta live by that shit.
Why don't we have RoboFuck do it?
Yeah.
What?
Plot
I'm gonna have you
rundown.
do the plot rundown, baby.
Did you email
Come
it to
on,
me?
baby. Do the
If
plot
you don't
rundown.
have it, I do have it right here.
I was gonna say I don't have one.
You don't have the notes?
All right,
No,
I got
you
it.
didn't send me the notes.
But you should send them to behind the scenes while I'm rolling this bad boy out. So, 8 short months after the atrocious massacre at I'm gonna fuck this up. Miskatonic, I think.
Yeah, you got it right.
University in the obsessed genius, Dr. Herbert West, and his once reluctant associate, Dr. Dean Kane, and his fabulous fucking hair, still find themselves trying to crack the unfathomable secrets of death. When the new appalling ideas and yet another daring plan to give life to the perfect specimen The visionary West experiments with human limbs in Dan's secret basement laboratory. Dan's second secret basement laboratory now.
Yeah.
Hellbent on reanimating mix and match woman, the bride. Now, as the young alchemist arch nemesis, the disembodied Dr. Hill, still thirsts for revenge, an army of hideous living dead creatures threatens to terminate not only the Doctor's audacious project, but also their lives. Is Dr. West's miraculous green reagent worth dying for? Dun, dun, dun. Gentlemen, discussions.
This is a fun movie. That's it. You really can't go into this going, I want to see the plot, I want to see the story. Yeah, okay, you get it 3 seconds in that they haven't stopped for shit.
I feel like this one was trying to be more deliberately funnier than the first one. Where the first one wasn't, like, some of it was meant to be funny, but it wasn't like just intentionally meant to be funny. You know what I mean?
Right. This one definitely, it laid more on the comedy in a lot of scenes.
But dude, the gore and just the shit in this movie alone totally makes up for the other lacking.
I have a hot take. I think that this film's actually better than the first one. I think that by the time we got to this film, that it was better refined comedy-wise, writing-wise, gore-wise, all around, that this is a better film. Let's compare like this to Evil Dead to Evil Dead 2, that this film kind of upped everything that the first film did, especially scope-wise with this film. And I love the fact that they kind of took homage to Frankenstein on this. And the bride thing.
That was
and then
great.
Another one of the great aspects is Herbert randomly getting bored while his partner's upstairs fucking people. So he makes random things and then throws them in like the cemeteries and then shuts the fucking door. So like he just keeps building them up every time he just gets bored and makes things. And by the end, he just kind of does the Night of the Living Dead thing where they put themselves in the basement and then they come from all sides and then they're stuck. So it's cool because by the end we see all that he creates come and ultimately get him.
Some of those.
Tell me that ending wasn't almost as crazy. Like just the amount of shit you got at once. That was just like what we mentioned a couple weeks ago or a week ago. It's the Wishmaster intro.
Oh yeah,
it's the Wishmaster intro, dude. It's just over the top, balls to the wall.
And that's an intro. This is the outro.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, but you got to go out.
This is the proper way. You start this movie in Vietnam and you end it with such a big climax.
Wait, was it Vietnam?
Everything that just built up over the last 96 minutes just fucking collapsing in on itself.
It was Peru, right?
Yeah,
was it Peru? I thought it was Vietnam.
No.
Okay.
Way too late to be Vietnam.
Yeah, this was the Peru Civil War or something, I believe.
Yeah.
I love the homage to the old classic Universal movies. Like that shit was great. Yeah. You even had your classic Thunderstorm and shit like that.
You know who Herbert West, I mean, you might know, you might not. In Bride of Frankenstein, the doctor who works with Dr. Frankenstein, maybe you guys might, the guy who had the really wicked looking hair in that movie. Like if you go back and watch it, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
In Young Frankenstein?
No. The Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, I'm thinking Young Frankenstein. I'm like,
no. Like, so like, I look at Herbert's face. That face comes to light because they literally kind of look similar in some very weird ways.
Right.
Dr. Pretorius?
Yes, him. Like, because he was the more sadistic of the two. So like, Dr. Frankenstein is Kane in this one, and then Dr. Pretorius is Herbert West.
Right.
So like they definitely, like you said, really tied it in there.
Can I just say though, I love the character Dan in this movie too, because Dan has not learned from the first movie. Yeah, like he's such an easy pushover for fucking West, and it's great. He's like, I don't want to do that. And he's like, hey, but look at this. I have your old bitch's heart. And he's like,
that's exactly.
Let's do this.
So yeah, this is literally Bride of Frankenstein 50 years later.
Right.
Way over the top, outrageous, but
just the change up in science essentially. We went from 40 or 20s to 80s.
Yeah.
It's a good addition to the Lovecraft universe.
Yes, it is.
I would feel this one's a little almost less Lovecraftian. just
It
because
takes place in Arkham. That's enough for me.
That's fine.
All the monsters just say Lovecraft to me.
What about the creeper cop, by the way? Just fucking chilling in the house and everything?
Yeah, I have it in my notes that he definitely does not follow any sort of police procedure.
No, not by any.
I like when the doctor questions his name, Leslie, and he goes,
I'd love for us to watch a movie for once where the police actually do their job properly.
We'll never see
I don't think there is one.
No, there isn't. Maniac Cop.
Maniac Cop? I was going to say.
Yeah.
Or the remake of Halloween, they actually go into the house. Michael just kills them. So, okay. Somewhat.
But yeah, dude, this guy. It was a good movie, man. Like, it was.
Yeah, it's a fun movie to watch.
And once again, I've never even watched the third one, but watching these two, and I've heard things about the third one, but I still definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, same here, man. I never watched the third one. I've watched this one before. I love this film. Love the first one. I haven't seen the third one. I saw that it takes place 13 years afterwards. He's in jail.
Dude, it was made in what, 2002, 2003, I think?
I forgot there was even a third one. Like
I didn't know anything about it either.
It's called
last night.
Beyond Animator.
Beyond Re-Animator.
Actually, never mind. I do remember reading about it, but
it was all made in like Brazil or something like that, or like Spain.
2003, Spain.
Spain? Yep.
Yes, sir.
So like Herbert West is the only like really returning person in that one, but that I know of. But yeah.
Jason Barry.
Who the fuck is that?
No
idea. I'm sure.
I think he's the new Dan or whatever in that one.
I'm willing to bet that's got to be good on some weird level. But
Dr. Howard Phillips.
Yo, if we go into the year of the threequel,
Brian Usna directed and produced this one. It can't be bad at all.
Right, and so
this is true.
Just because it's in Spain, it was probably because it was cheaper there to film.
Because it was in Spain, that's why it never got a theatrical release here, so it went right to video. So it was like released on Sci-Fi Channel, so everybody just instantly pooped on it anyways.
I see.
But I heard it's actually the goriest out of all three. And
we'll watch it next year.
Right?
Fuck yeah.
It'll be year 3.
But no, this one was
fun.
It was just an all-around fun movie. Mm-hmm. You didn't get the cat scene, but I feel like they gave you a couple of replicas of the cat scene.
They definitely gave you things that were just as quotable.
Right. So you got the bat, you got the weird cat dog foot hand thing.
The whole God dialogue.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That was a good monologue, man. That was like a
really
2-minute, 3-minute monologue. Holy shit.
I think Herbert really shines in this movie more than anyone. I think that his character has the most development, and I think you really start seeing the same way that Bruce Campbell starts becoming Ash in the second Evil Dead film. You see Herbert West and his actor really become the character. What's his name? Jeffrey Combs become Herbert in this film. And I think that, like you said, the comedy's on point, the acting's on point. He plays an insane guy. Perfect. And one of the scenes that I just found myself laughing so hysterically at is whenever he's standing there staring at the foot and tickling the foot, and then he gets this crazy idea to merge them, and then immediately the foot kicks him in the face and then starts choking him.
And he throws it in the trash, dude.
Yeah, I just lose it so fucking hard.
I think I laughed the hardest at the bat, dude, when the bat came alive and then it fucking started.
You didn't
attacking.
laugh at laugh at like the bro handshake from the dog?
Oh, dude. I'm not saying I didn't laugh at the whole fucking thing. I'm just saying I think the bat, like, just that shit reminded me of the cat one, in particular. Yeah. And then it just ended crazy with him cutting the fucking wings off like a child psychopath, dude. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But boy, did that come back into play. Who would have fucking thought?
To say that came back into play is probably the biggest thing in the whole fucking movie, really.
Right?
Like, come on.
Like, pay attention to that scene.
That was pretty epic.
But no, man, the slap.
There's more foreshadowing in this film than anything, dude. It's nuts.
Right? And I actually like how he's kind of almost jealous, not of Dan per se, but like of the women that's hanging out with Dan.
But I don't think he really cares, because by the end he's making his own woman and he's so happy. He's like, she's better than her.
I made you.
See, I didn't know.
I feel like he was like, look, you like her, but look, she's better.
I mean,
Correct.
I don't know about you. I mean, I always go for the dark hair, but maybe
Oh my
change.
God.
Maybe change Kathleen's hair to a little darker.
I mean,
I'm still
Dan
now,
was sold a few different times, and then he like shook out of it because they were like, "Hey, there's live pussy over here."
Fucking, I'm
She's
calling Steve.
He got all shook up. I'm all shook up. I don't want you
right.
to go away.
She made him some Italian sauce, and it must have been Bobby's recipe, dude. Because by like that, they were in the sack, dude. Like,
What can I say?
TJ motherfucking Bowser.
Scuba Steve, what's up, brother?
Oh, about to go get my workout on because, getting a little fluffy due to
Pump
COVID.
it. Pump up the
Oh,
iron.
what happened, brother?
Who
Hey,
am I kidding?
Can
I
you
was
guys
fluffy
hear him
before.
okay?
You can hear
You can
him.
hear him.
Hold on, I got to unplug the cord real quick.
Julie, do the thing. Do the thing.
Oh, not all sexy.
You there, Steve?
I am here.
Okay, so thoughts on Bride of Re-Animator?
It's one of those goofy flicks like Evil Dead 2,
Yeah.
where it's not scary, it's gory as fuck, and it's not. It's one that I haven't seen in a really long time, but it's a good watch. You know what I mean? Especially if you like the first Re-Animator, which I liked the first one. This one was kind of cool too. But like I said, it kind of takes that same place like Evil Dead 2, where it's gory and it's kind of cheesy, but it's a film I love.
Mhm.
So, but I like it. I like it a lot.
What would you score it?
I give it a 3.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it's not an amazing flick, but it's not a horrible flick.
Okay.
So I give it a 3 out of 5.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Steve. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Till next week, brother. See you later.
Later, Steve.
Steve is joining us next week, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So my dongle went out, and I can only hear him on my left headphone. You guys aren't experiencing that? You guys can hear him in stereo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard him stereo.
Okay, thank God. As long as it's happening on my end, I don't give a fuck. This fucking Apple dongle went out. I need to go get a different one. I like the word dongle. It's so nice.
Hey, what the fuck's going on here?
Brody Kane, my doppelganger, banger from down under. What's up, you dog cunt?
Not much, you rip-starting mother liquor. What the fuck is happening, crew?
Oh, he fucking.
So, thoughts, feelings on Bride of Re-Animator?
Well, you know what? I love that Kane and West, they try and use already reanimated parts to try and assemble new life.
Yep.
And by doing this, it creates these events that lead into more gore and creative creatures than the original. I really enjoy that. But the overall tone of the film, it feels like a dark Gothic Universal monster film, hence the title of the film, and I fucking love that. I love what they've done with the premise of that, turned it into their own movie. The Gloria tissue rejection scene and the mutant attack, best scene of the film.
Yeah.
But I have one question for Johnny D, and that is, how in the fuck did Dr. Hill's head manage to survive being squished and thrown against the motherfucking wall from the first film?
Ooh, that is a
good question. And he'll answer that after your call. Let him stew on it. Let him think about it. So what would you score this mother liquor?
3.5.
Nice. That's a solid score. That is the Rich Barton score.
Just like Steve said, it's a great film. It's a bit of both, but I'd probably give it a high praise.
Kind of like The Dentist.
It's a great film. I heard the sequel's even better, isn't it?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. That got taken off the list real quick.
I can safely tell you that it's not.
Bobby says it's not good, so.
Bobby. Yeah, right.
Well, Brody, thanks for calling. Thanks for answering our call this week. Appreciate it.
No, No worries. And Tyler, lay off the rip starters, mate. I heard they can give you anal cancer. So,
I'll make sure.
Well, now wait a minute.
love you, mate.
Now wait a minute. Couldn't it
Okay,
cure-
talk to you next week. Next week, Brody. See you, man.
Peace.
Wait, now wait a minute. Couldn't it cure the cancer if you just rip it right out? Going
I'll be down to no cats in the house. Fuck, I already killed one.
He says.
See, don't say cats, because when you say cats, I think of that episode of South Park where they have them pee on them and they start cheesing.
Oh my god, dude! I haven't thought about that movie.
Oh, got a cheese. Fucking Kenny with the heavy metal.
Jeez, oh man.
I gotta get it in my papaya.
Okay, so where are we at, guys? Where are we at?
I think Johnny's questioning, I think.
No, we're behind the scenes, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you're
like
right.
its predecessor, it is loosely based on the serialized story Herbert West Re-Animator by H.P. Lovecraft. As I mentioned earlier, the plot of Bride of Re-Animator roughly follows episodes 5, The Horror from the Shadows, and episode 6, The Tomb Legions of the Lovecraft story, follows Dr. Herbert West and Dan Kane as they attempt to create a living woman from dead tissue. It was followed by a sequel, like we mentioned earlier, Beyond Re-Animator, released in 2003. The liquid used for the reagent, as in the first film, was taken from glow sticks.
Yeah.
One of the original plot for the film involved Dan Kane being recruited to Washington, D.C. to bring the deceased president of the United States back to life with the help of Herbert West. This was later carried over to unmade House of Re-Animator.
Ooh.
Interesting.
At one point, Dr. West suggests that noise coming from his laboratory's walls are just probably rats in the wall. This is a reference to one of H.P. Lovecraft's better-known stories, Rats in the Wall.
Ooh, nice title.
Actress Barbara Crampton, who starred in the first Re-Animator film, did not return for Bride of Re-Animator. A 91 issue of Fangoria reported that Crampton declined to reprise her role due to a soap opera obligation. In 2011 interview, Crampton said that her agent convinced her not to make a cameo appearance in Bride of Re-Animator, as he felt it was beneath her to have such a minor role. And then Jeffrey Combs was initially going to reprise his role as Herbert West due to a scheduling conflict, as he already booked it to be in Italy in the filming of The Pit and the Pendulum. However, May 25th, 1989, the production of The Pit and the Pendulum was pushed back, and Combs was immediately cast to return as West.
Whew, thank God.
Yeah.
No other person would have been able to play that role.
No, you
No,
can't.
absolutely not.
Brian Usna considered Patricia Tallman for the role of Bride, but on May 28th, 1989, he selected Kinmon to play the part.
And
All right.
God, she did. She let that come through.
Yo, I want to see that cosplay, dude.
Oh,
That'd be sick as fuck.
That's
Obviously, it would have to be a little bit more censored, but
No,
No. What's wrong with you?
even RoboFuck says it.
listen, I'm not
Hey.
saying it should be. I'm just saying it's probably gonna be if you actually saw it at a con.
Here's a solid couple
What we got
behind the scenes things. So Tony Dublin of Dublin Effects created Dublin, yeah, that's how it is. Special effects for the eye finger creature, which involved the use of rod puppet and stop motion puppet with a stunt hand. Dublin also created the puppet used to portray Francesca's dog Angel after West reanimates its corpse and attaches a human arm to it. When not depicted with a puppet, Angel was played by dog actor Friday, who was cast as demonstrating that she could walk with a prosthetic arm. West's failed test subjects were designed by Japanese artist Screaming Mad George. That guy is nuts. If you ever talk to Mick about working with that guy, it is the funniest fucking stories in the world.
Speaking of which, quick little side note, he actually also returns for Beyond Re-Animator, so you get his effects again.
Yes. While the effects of Dr. Hill's head were created by Mike Deek and Wayne Toth of John Carl Buechler's Magical Media Industries, the special effects for Bride were created by K&B Effects Group, including Robert Kirkman, Howard Berger, and Greg Nicotero, who co-founded K&B Effects with Kurtzman and Berger, was working on the special effects for another film at the time, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, during the pre-production of Bride of Re-Animator. However, Nicotero joined the Bride of Re-Animator crew in June 1989 and oversaw the effects during the filming of the sequence in which Kane and West are shown working as wartime medics in a field hospital.
Work it, girl. You want us to take over, boss? You want to keep going?
I think that those are all the relevant things that need to be said.
Yeah, all right.
People don't give a fuck about open mat stuff. That's a rabbit hole stuff.
Boom, 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 boom. All righty.
So, douche. No questions, John. Do you have any questions for us?
Do I have any questions?
And is there any way to turn down the exposure from your light because you're brighter than a star, baby girl?
Oh yes. Hold on.
Where you can have all the questions in the world, but it's like I don't know if there's going to be.
How's that?
Proper
Too dark now?
Even better. You look great. Oh my God.
All
Let
right.
me kiss your handsome face. Let's get this on.
So, is this movie supposed to be an underlying story of no matter if you find the perfect woman, we're always going to go for the next piece that comes along?
Fuck no!
Somehow I knew that'd get brought up.
I'm just saying, dude. They took the time to make the perfect woman. Dan was all about it. He's like, yeah, no, I'm going to go with this one over here. She knows how to make Italian cooking.
Well, did you kind of hear on how Herbert was kind of explaining when he was going over the body? What did he say? Legs.
Legs of a hooker.
Yep,
but
legs of a hooker, dancer's
womb of a
feet,
virgin.
womb,
yeah,
waitress's arm, lawyer's hand.
Yep.
Sounds like a good time.
Right. He was making a perfect made the perfect woman. And
exactly.
He still was like,
nah.
I spent all this time, but no.
Well, I don't know about you, but yeah, perfect woman. But I got to tell you something. That's going to be a bloody good time that you're not getting no stains out of those sheets.
No. But I mean, if you talk to any of the cast of Hellraiser, or at least Hellraiser 2, even, I should say,
Yeah.
Bloody good times. Let's see. So, any idea of how Herbert West survived the incident in the first one?
Or how he survives this one?
Or how he survives this one, for that matter.
While you were doing the behind the scenes, I just went and kind of looked up beyond Re-Animator a little bit, and it says he survived, now in prison. I'm like, how the fuck?
You know why he's arrested? Because one of these experiments kills somebody, not because of what he done.
Yep, exactly. They show it in the first 2 minutes in the sequel.
Yes, they do.
Nice.
If you want to watch a better Brian using a film, go watch Return of the Living Dead 3. I love that film.
So, have you guys? Quick side note: have you guys seen the movie From Beyond?
I watched it the other day. It's crazy. I was
hoping
that I'd watch it and not get mixed up with this.
Okay, I was gonna say because I know it has the same vibe. It's still a different.
Well, it's another H.P. Lovecraft thing,
right? And it actually has
Jeffrey Combs,
and the girl too, right?
I want to say
the girl that played Megan or whatever. I think she's in it too.
Probably.
There was like a couple recurring actors, so there's a lot of times people think it's like supposed to be part of the series, but it's honestly not. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know I've never personally seen it, but watching these movies, I want to.
Yeah.
Now, TJ, you said you watched it the other day. Is it?
I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, it's pretty gory.
Okay.
It's on Shudder.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so.
Hell yeah, dude. Other than that, besides
I think most Lovecraft films are bloody and gory and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I'm just gonna chalk up Herbert West's survival skills up to just, you know what? That's just part of the comedy of the movie. He just happens to.
Honestly,
he just always happens to slip away. Like somehow he just has that
great type of guy.
Yeah. Right.
Very sick.
Hey, who's the douche of the movie? Because he's awesome.
Lieutenant. He's a wife beater.
Yeah.
That's true.
Lieutenant.
Leslie.
And he didn't follow by the book, man. He's just sneaking in their fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
Doing all.
I like how right after Herbert reanimates him, he's like, he's a wife beater, Dan.
Yeah, right. Don't worry about it. He's a wife beater.
So what does that mean? He's going to come out swinging?
Probably.
Right? Fucking A, dude. I know, man. It was and so pretty much he was the version 2 of the Dean from the first one.
Yep.
So
oh fuck. So guys, what format did you watch it on and what was the quality like?
I watched it on Tubi and the quality was, it was all right. I mean,
I watched it on Shudder, which is the 2K restored version, which is the unrated cut.
Tubi is actually the unrated too, because you could see where it flashes from really good quality to a little more grainy in some of the scenes.
That would be the uncut.
So I started watching on Shudder, but I wanted subtitles, so I hopped over to Amazon Prime and started it again and watched it over there. But it is the same version as Shudder, so
It is okay. It had the random dropouts during gore scenes.
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
But they did have
you notice the
subtitles,
dropout when he sticks his nub in her mouth?
Oh yes,
That's an awesome scene, and I'm happy to have it in there. And I guess only one version of that print exists, and they scanned it. So I'm so happy that it exists now, because we could have never seen the nub in the mouth.
What a great little scene too.
It is
such a wicked little movie.
Like, as fucked up as this movie really is, man, like the humor definitely helps settle everything. Because like that was even the thing with the first one, man. Because obviously it got super rapey towards the end, but it still has that weird like black humor that just kind of fucking, you know,
absolutely big
makes it all okay.
I think
it makes you just go like this. Like it makes you go like this. This is tolerable. This is good.
Listen, man, there had to be, if you were watching this with somebody, there was at least 5 different times that you turned at them laughing to see if they were laughing at it too. Like,
if they weren't,
I did that with my wife last night.
And I don't know how your wife is, man, but mine looked at me as she was laughing. She's like, "This is fucking stupid." I'm like, "Oh, I know."
It's like, I know this is stupid.
I'm like, I'm
Could you
loving it.
imagine though? This movie would actually be disturbing if it didn't have the humor. So I think the humor is balanced to everything.
Now, I would like to do a sidebar real quick.
Yeah.
That Herbert's West. God damn it! God, I fucking wedgie. That Herbert's West might be my second favorite. Well, Herbert West's lab in this film might be my second favorite lab of any horror film ever. First one being the crazy doctor from Day of the Dead. His shit's nuts. You want to talk about gore? Yeah. This guy, he comes in a close second. His is just small. See, I only like the other one guy because the other guy has like lots of fucking bodies to fuck with.
Right.
And it is a huge like military bunker with a lab. He just got a little fucking basement. You know?
Yeah, but his basement's connected to the crypt, which is fucking dope. Like,
But
it's an old.
In Day of the Dead, it
It's
has
the
one
old
of my
mortuary, so he's gonna
favorites.
have all that shit.
When it involves a dead body, where it's the Re-Animator one, it sits up and you just see guts and intestines spill out. Like it's just like.
But that can also be attested to Savini's effects in that film compared to K&B's here, and the level at that point.
Well, obviously, you know, K&B saved all their effects. Listen, I mean, not saying the movie in itself wasn't good all throughout.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
But they saved it, you know, definitely the coup de grace for the bride at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that shit was just, and like that whole scene, like, because I don't want to get into that until we get a little bit farther down the questions here.
Well,
okay, we all can agree that the zombie chick from Return of the Living Dead 3 is hotter, though, right?
Oh,
yes.
If we're talking necrophilia,
if we're talking about banging reanimated corpses, we're definitely going to Return of the Living Dead 3.
You know something?
Okay,
I'll be back.
Gotta go get his zombie nipple dumbbells.
Ooh,
how'd you know I got those?
Shout out to Governor Cuomo for your nipple dumbbells.
Rocket loud, rocket proud.
That's right.
Onward,
so guys, I'm going to change it up for this film only because this film's different. Favorite kill or favorite kill scene? For favorite kill scene, since we don't really see a lot of on-screen deaths, I want to say like the hospital massacre is so fucking gnarly.
Like the after effect, you mean? Like
where they're doing the
nurse
panning
bodies
and you just see all the dead people. Yeah, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I'll just agree with you on that because everything else wasn't, I mean, to me, not really a kill. You saw the reanimations later, so I agree with you on that one.
So I don't know if this would be considered a kill, maybe more of a death, but I would honestly just say the tissue rejection of the bride.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know if you'd consider that a kill.
I was thinking the exact
favorite kill, favorite gore scene.
Actually,
I mean,
yeah.
Because dude, that whole scene was like reverse. I don't. It was just nasty, dude. Like the way her head fucking pulled off and shit. Like, oh, so good.
We're gonna call that tissue rejection.
Tissue rejection. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that one for mine.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm right there with Johnny.
Sweet.
Sounds good, Timely Tyler.
All righty.
Best
Timely
scene. I'm gonna go with the entire third act, the finale. I think it's just absolutely fantastic.
How could you not?
Yeah,
dude,
that's
everything about it.
I literally had 3 best scenes. It was very tough. One of my favorites was the death and or reanimation of the cop in the basement.
Okay.
That was just so I found that like so outrageous. He's chopping his arm off. He's like spewing all this shit. It's just pure chaos.
It was awesome.
The third act, like TJ said, with the tissue rejection, all of that, everything. One of my other favorite ones, Tyler brought it up before, and I like it because he really gets a little sadistic, is when he's describing the body of the woman.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because he's just like, you could see it, look at his face, and he's just like softly, like, this is from this, this is this. Like, that's a psychotic perfectionist at its best.
Right.
Like, he's just like, this is perfect. I found all of this. This is what it is. This is, and I'm just like, you need a psychiatrist, but this is working perfectly, you know?
But you got those beautiful pan shots, dude, of like all the crazy fucking work and all the tubes and shit working the circulation system and everything, dude. Look fucking awesome.
So those were my 3 favorite scenes.
Damn. I mean, dude, that whole third act though, man, of just the
I know
quote unquote zombies breaking in, and then you find all the weird rejects behind the fucking wall, like
rats.
Yeah, the rats.
I like how he
Probably
looks at those things. He's like, "This is absurd," and they're all just like, oh, "What?"
What did he say when he was first knocking it out? He was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Security."
Yeah.
Security from what?
Right? I was thinking it was going to be like a Dawn of the Dead situation.
No, it was more foreshadowing.
But yeah.
I got a question.
Go ahead, bud.
Johnny brought up, the reanimation of the lieutenant. He seemed a little bit different than everybody else. I have a question though. After he ripped the dog's leg off, why the hell did he put it in his mouth and run out the door?
Because he didn't have his other hand, so he was just trying to get another hand.
So what was that paw gonna do? He still ain't gonna open up a fucking knob.
Yeah, but you saw he was trying to open it up with the paw, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then he put it in his mouth. Then he used his right hand to open the door. It's like, why did you put that in your mouth?
Which that scene, oh my god, dude. See, that
helped
scene,
with comedy.
That scene even right there just shows how awesome Herbert West is, because here this girl is, and her fucking dog just got literally ripped apart and thrown against the wall in front of her, and he's just like, "Oh, free dog parts."
He's like, "Wait, just wait. I can fix this."
He doesn't even say that. He's just like, "Oh, that sucks."
He just seizes the moment, and he's like, "Oh, great, more shit to like work on."
Fresh dead body, not too much tissue damage. We're pretty good. And the fact that this motherfucker came up with a drug to kill people to make it look like a heart attack too.
Yeah,
just so he could do this shit. Like that's even crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Even Dan said, "Yeah, that's great if you want to murder somebody."
Doesn't look like murder if it's a heart attack, right, baby?
Exactly.
Oh man.
Opening scene, boys. Party? Did you like the Peru blood
absolutely.
and gore?
Yes.
It was interesting because I had no idea where this movie was going with that intro. So yeah.
You know what?
Just like, all right, we're in the fucking jungle now, baby.
Honestly, know what I actually
we're in the jungle, baby.
You know, it was Bride of Re-Animator when I saw it, but like when I saw that opening scene, I was like, "Yo, is this gonna be like some zombie army guys we're gonna see now?"
Right?
Too?
Well,
like, oh shit!
It only takes you like what 10 minutes to get to the fucking title card.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, you can't complain when Friday the 13th, 2009 exists.
Listen,
taken,
if they just gave me that, I like the 09, but if you just gave me that first 30 minutes before the title card, I would have been fine with that. I would have left the theater been like, I would have left the theater been like the biggest fucking hard on, be like, that was amazing. Oh, shit.
Ladies and germs, ghouls and boils, best hits, hottest girl, best dick, hottest guy.
Well, I don't know if Dr. Hill could win best dick on this one.
I don't know, man.
Maybe best wings. Maybe best bat wings.
Hey,
I'm going with Kathleen Kinmont because I mean she is a good-looking lady.
I'm gonna go with Fabiana Francesca.
Oh, dude.
She's a
Francesca.
nice slice of pie.
She was
Thigh
delicious.
boob and them long legs out of Dan's sweater. Ooh.
I mean, when I saw her at Austin Powers later, I'm like, ah.
But I
My
mean-
guy pick, I want to pick Dr. Dan Kane. He has
I was gonna say, how
luscious
could you
baby
not-
from his chest,
Right?
his chest tubes down to his ball throw, and I want to
Say,
lick the whole way up.
That motherfucker's got a 12-pack, dude. That dude was just jacked as shit.
Oh, it is a 12-pack. You're
It
absolutely
is.
right, and he's gorgeous.
They were like, hey,
Oh,
listen,
that
you're going to have
pressure pack.
3 minutes of screen time where you're going to be shirtless. That motherfucker worked out for a year, like nonstop.
Yeah, he was prepped.
Well, wouldn't you too? Fuck yeah.
I am.
Me? You were asking the wrong
Yes,
person on
Bobby.
that one, dude. I'm more of like the Jack Black. Like I just
I'm
come with
working
the
on
tummy,
mine.
dude.
I'm getting back to it. All right.
Yeah, Bobby's the Svet guy here. Oh
That was
wow.
Tyler Purpose for a second. I don't know why.
No.
That was TJ using his ventriloquist skills to make it look like Tyler was doing. Holy fuck. Where are we at, gentlemen? Where are we at?
That was after
Gore.
Did the score set the mood? Absolutely. I think it set the tone on some of the more creepier scenes, and then some relieved some of the attention in some of the more comedic scenes. I think it definitely did what it was set out to do. Shout out to Richard Band for being good at his job.
Yeah, absolutely on that one. It certainly set the mood. So 80s.
Was the intro music, was that a redone version of Psycho like in the first one again?
I thought the same thing because it's so similar.
Well, because the first one, I know they did it like they didn't even give a shit. They're like, yeah, we're doing Psycho, but like a disco version. And it kind of seemed like this a little bit in this one, but
even the ending credits when they came on, it was similar to Psycho. So I would probably say yes because it's
Right.
not far off from it.
no, it felt very fitting. It felt like it came worked great with the first one. So
Yeah. So I would say yeah.
You work great with us, Johnny D.
ooh,
You're so
I try.
handsome.
I try.
Best song, Mother Liquor!
Oh God. Is there any songs, Joe?
I honestly was not paying attention to that aspect. I was paying attention to everything else.
You know what? Let me look up to see if there's a soundtrack to this motherfucker. I don't think
there is. So
don't.
favorite character, mine is the crematorium guy. He just doesn't give a fuck and he does what he's told, and I like it.
Dr. Graves?
No, not Graves. The
No,
crematorium
he's talking
guy.
about
That's
the
pathology.
Yeah, he's talking about the random dude who's just like, all right, man, I guess I'll go. Like that's just
Yeah,
any
that
of
guy's
us at
awesome.
our job right
yeah,
there, dude.
Exactly. It's like, all right.
Yeah, it was just a paycheck to him.
I guess I'll give Herbert. Yeah, Herbert for me.
I mean, Herbert is literally the movie in itself, like the driving force of the movie. So, but oh man, best character.
I bet she's hot, huh?
I'm thinking, yeah, right. Yeah.
It's so you, TJ.
No, I'm gonna have to say
She's still warm.
I mean Herbert West is definitely my
Oh,
go-to.
yeah.
But I should say for runner-up wise, I'll choose the pathology guy because I liked how he thought he was just going nuts with Hill and shit like that.
By the time he's all liquored up, just sitting there staring at the fucking head, it's great.
And obviously he's shady as fuck too, because when he's like doing his like talking about the ballet, he's like, oh, yep, she cut her feet
Dude,
off.
He looks
And
like
they're
the
missing-
discount Richard Gant. Does he not look like the discount Richard Gant?
Actually, yes. That's the way that he does. Yeah, a lot shorter.
I was waiting for the Jason Goes to Hell fucking scene to pop up, but no. It was like I made a stop at Sam's Club and I got that
Hey.
instead.
He may not have got a heart, but he got a little head.
Ah!
I like it.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'll be here all day.
Oh, there it is, guys.
And
So-
side note, there is no soundtrack. There's just a score. So,
yes.
there we
Anybody
go.
else have any input on favorite character?
I was just going to say Dr. West, and then I'm the same too. The secondary would be the crematorium guy because he just doesn't give a fuck.
All right.
Was it scary? No, but it was
No.
gory and it was definitely cringe-inducing.
Yes.
Yes. The blood splattering alone, the puke coming out of the mouths. Yeah.
Pulling on the tendons.
I always love that shit, dude.
I mean, I like that shit too, but when I watch it and then I look down at my own wrist, and I'm like, imagine. I'd be like, guys, look what I can do.
Yeah.
Hey, when
You're
they
the Terminator,
crushed
man.
that
You do that shit
eyeball
anyways.
thing, when they crushed that eyeball thing, when the lieutenant tossed that book
Oh, when he
over-
steps on it?
or no, he threw a book on it, didn't he?
Did he throw a book on it? Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
Did that not look like an egg yolk to you? Like where'd they?
It was green.
Was it green?
So in Dr. Seuss land, it absolutely looked like an egg yolk.
Yes, it probably was. They just probably dyed it. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
See, that's what I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was a sweet. I love me some claymation, dude. Like I know, or stop motion, I should say.
Everything is great on this. Oh,
yeah,
I love it.
And you know what the best part is? Like, so you know the part where the hand is like the little finger thing is like creeping over the pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking about where Herbert and Kane are in the foreground?
Yes,
and they're like there, and then they have the stop motion go over top. Like
well,
right
before
here.
the stop motion, when it's just creeping over the pan, the effects dude who created it, that's literally just his hand doing hand play, and he's wearing a fucking ring, an eyeball ring.
Oh no shit!
And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. So you got some live acting, you got some fucking stop motion, and fuck yeah, dude, this is a sweet little fun movie for sure.
That's dope.
Pieced together beautifully.
Does it hold up today, boys?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have nothing to add to that. Yes.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that. Acting, I think acting from every single person was exactly what it needed to be, and I think it all attributed to the comedic tone of this film.
Yeah, nobody was chintzy. Nobody backed off. They all gave an outstanding performance for what the movie is and everything. So I would definitely say for this movie, their acting was spot on for this.
Couldn't agree more, gentlemen.
Yes, absolutely.
Gentlemen? No, I'm a Republican. I'm not a gentleman.
Cinematography. Anybody want to make any comments?
I like the close-up fast shots. I love the color in this movie. I will say that. Like I always thought they do a good thing, and they always are. Every time they always have the reagent in the shot. I always feel they give you a nice dark shot just to help it glow that
well, of
pop
course,
that much nicer. And yeah, man. I mean, like I like the weird.
So let me tell you, the
beginning.
cinematographer also worked on Starship Troopers, Empire Strikes Back, Running Man, and RoboCop.
Damn,
shit.
The guy's stacked.
So he
fucking
knows.
A is. Better watch what I say then.
As of recent, Terminator Salvation, Alien Resurrection, Alien 3, Rogue 2, Top Gun, Temple of Doom, Amityville 3D, Return of the Jedi, Dragon Slayer, Poltergeist.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ. This
Hot
guy's
diggity.
Diggity down.
I did like like I said, I like the way the in the beginning the intro was filmed in Peru. Like that just seemed like it was filmed a little different, especially because when all the army guys busted in and all that other shit, like you had the super like spastic shit going on. But
I think creating atmosphere. I think that they really did a great job in Herbert's lab. I think that whenever they're applying the bandages to certain areas to make the joints grow and stuff, I think that that's really well shot. I think that some of the outside scenes, whenever she's going towards the house, those are also really well done. I really like some of the more POV shots that they have to incorporate some of the attacks. I think that that's really fucking sweet. And then, of course, the panning shots to highlight some of the gore is just woo, baby.
They definitely give you those.
It's above normal. Normally, the cinematographer is a visual effects guy. That he clearly had that visual effects in mind whenever he was doing the cinematography on this film. As John said about whenever the reagent is in the shot, it is just beautifully lit and it's highlighted amongst everything else. And I think that's because he is a visual effects artist. So he was able to kind of, he knew what he was doing. I think everyone knew what they were doing here. Like I said, this is like a refined version of the first.
the movie
Perfect
itself,
double feature.
I love the overall tone of the movie, like John said, the colors and everything. I just love the overall tone. It fit it so well. Like if it was lit too dark, it wouldn't work at all. Not for this one.
Agreed.
No, and you have the abundance of like blood splatter and things like that, like just ridiculous amounts of anything.
And I don't know about you guys, but you notice that there is a lot of red, and I'm not talking about blood. There was a lot of red and green in this movie. Like,
yes.
And they always say like, you know, like Wes
Watch
Craven.
out, Scuba Steve.
Well, they said watch out, like Wes Craven said about Freddy's sweater, that the two hardest colors to see together are red and green. So I found it interesting that that's what they pretty much used to light the majority of this movie, especially when they were in the basement.
Hell yeah. That's why TJ's got red and I got green. Sexy. Nice. No, man, like, dude, that dude, like you said, man, his repertoire is fucking precedes him, I should say.
Precedes.
That's awesome. He is. You mentioned Running Man, dude. Now that's all I'm thinking about. Watch Running Man.
You know what I'm going to mention? The premise. What do you guys think of the premise?
The premise?
With the reanimating of the female.
We get so you get Herbert West and all his eccentricness, essentially. But he's motivated a little different this time.
Yes, he is.
He wants to create life instead of just bring it back from the dead.
Yeah.
Right.
And essentially he does in so many forms.
Well, he starts comparing himself to God a lot more in this film, and he's definitely created, like he understands that he has this power. And like I said, he's so self-aware, and he's really become Herbert West at this point that, I mean, God, it's so cool to see him really amp it up.
That's why I'm interested to watch the third one to see how he brings that up so much farther down the road.
I think that this series is similar to the Maniac Cops, where the first one's good, the second one's great, and then the third one's
Third one could be
Well, yeah, I got to watch the third one to even make the comparison because I've never seen it. I am curious to exactly how it is. Like I said, I was reading up on it before, and just reading the plot, I'm like, there's definitely some interesting
Beyond
shit
Re-Animator review to come
next year.
I'm watching that after the show tonight, dudes.
Yeah, recycle, rewind, or remake.
Rewind
all day.
If they were going to remake this, everything would be CGI. Majority.
So,
be trash.
It just wouldn't be the same unless you brought in Jeffrey Combs again as Herbert West.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do shit.
What was that, Tyler?
What was the last movie he was in? I think it was I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. That's the last I seen of him.
Yeah, me, dude. It's
you know more about that than I do.
Oh shit.
Rating, boys, rating. Timely Tyler.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go a solid 3.5. I loved it. I had fun. I always have fun watching it. Makes me want to watch all of them. I mean, it's a great story. It's a great franchise. I'm gonna
Sex Machine cosplay.
I'm going to give it. I'll give it a solid 3. I did love it, but solid 3 for me.
Big Johnny D.
Man, I really wish I knew what reviewed the first one, but like kind of everybody said before, it's a good one. Hits the gore, hits the funny. It's not the greatest movie. I feel like it's above middle of the road. So I'm gonna give it a 3.7.
I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
Hot damn! Slamming the dick down.
Holy fist fuck.
You just dick your dick in one like this.
Bro, you just put that shit on the table, dude.
I love this film. I told you I was going to have a hot take.
No, that's fine.
And I think that this film is fucking awesome, and I loved every second of it. And that is a Gore and More score of 3.73 out of 5.
All right.
And once again, I feel that's very, yeah.
I feel that works, then.
React to my score, and then we get something that fucking solid out of it. That's why Gore and More's number 1, baby.
That was.
I gotta bring up.
Everything's relative.
It is.
Scuba Steve. Okay, he says remake, but with Jim Carrey. Now, Jim Carrey can be psychotic, man.
Jim Carrey is Herbert West.
Think about that for a second.
Jim Carrey plays a better Joe Biden.
Sniffing up on kids.
Oh, shit. Hey, you went there today. We're not going to talk about him.
Jim Carrey as Herbert West. You know what? I'm not gonna say no. That would probably
I'd like
be pretty
to read
interesting.
it. I mean, Jim Carrey, fucking A, dude.
Tyler Perry is Herbert West.
Isn't that what he was in Ninja Turtles? No.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind seeing Carrey do this. I think it would be interesting.
That's a good point.
Now, I don't know if it's
You want to know why I think about it? Because I think of his psychotic humor, and then I think of that movie, The Number 23. So
that was awesome.
So now you have to find that medium road where he's the psychotic, dark, but there's that little bit of light with it, like Herbert West has. He has that very fine line. You know what he wants, but at the same time, he's also like.
And we need a Scooby-Doo Herbert West crossover. That'd be funny as shit.
Now, there is a comic book crossover, and I probably mentioned this when we did the first one, but there is a Evil Dead Re-Animator crossover comic that I've been looking for, and I really want to get.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know the premise of it. I'm assuming.
While you're doing that,
I'm assuming Herbert West finds the Necronomicon, and which means Re-Animator is all tied in with Jason Goes to Hell, and
no, you're making this whole research thing with K&B effects in early '90s films super hard for me.
Why?
I'm gonna end up connecting every film, and then there's gonna be like a secret
Listen,
relevation.
If somehow you can connect all these films
Johnny.
to Cabin in the Woods, then Cabin in the Woods is the thing that literally encompasses everything else.
Oh,
so that's all you'd have to do.
Johnny D.
Yo.
There's more than one comic.
I'm sure. But I'm talking about the crossover series where it was like it was either Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness with Re-Animator. There's, I think. Hold on.
Yeah, it was a series. It was a mini series they did.
Let me see how many comics they did. There's quite a few.
I thought it was a 4-part miniseries, but maybe it was 4-part miniseries.
I think there's more than 4.
God damn it, Corona! I could have been looking for the shit at
we have
Monster
Deep
Mania.
Rising next week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And I will not be here, unfortunately, but the lovely Scuba Steve will be here in my place. So you'll get another
30 minutes late again, right?
Yes.
You better not be, goddammit. He's on my time.
Hey, worst case Ontario, maybe I just show up 30 minutes late to his live show that he's doing October 9th. This Friday.
October 9th.
He will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the very first episode of Somewhat Supernatural. I'll be in the background producing the thing, making it look, sound, all sorts of nice, trying to make that first episode really hit home. I hope you guys all tune in. It's going to be quite the experience. Shout out to Steve and everybody else that helped him make this happen. Can't wait for it. Yeah. Also, shout out to the Big Bad Beetle Bros over from Project Louder. They're pumping out content now, soon to be back, hitting you in the face with all new stuff. I will be joining them tomorrow for an episode, very special episode of the Big Bad Beetle Bros podcast. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, we announced the very wicked Halloween. That means Tisa Wicked's going to be doing 4 episodes for Halloween, randomly placed throughout the month, with the final episode being a very special guest interview. We're trying to lock down one of the cast of Hocus Pocus.
Oh, shit.
Really? Nice.
So stay tuned for that. It's going to be one of Tisa's first interviews on the show that isn't me. So
it wasn't me from the very beginning.
Yes. So, guys, I'd say head on over to projectlouder.net for all things pop culture and much more. Your source for podcasts, good podcasts. There's a lot over there, guys. Not going to name them all, but you can check.
Say, what are we up to now, boss? 16?
16 podcasts on the Project Louder Network.
Beautiful.
Damn.
Come to Project Louder, everybody, please.
This is why we stopped listing them off, because it's gotten to the point where it's just like, fuck, man, you can't do it. You're going to forget somebody.
Every fan who watches every day, every week of every month.
Actually, we should list them off just to be nice.
Yes.
But why do we have to be nice? We're always nice. Let's be assholes.
So here are some of the podcasts on the Project Louder Podcasting Network. So let's start it off with Box Office Banter, Comics and Kaijus, Louder Sports, Dream Warrior Review, Gore and More. This one, House of 1,000 Discourses, Jerk the Curtain, Rabbit Hole, Rants from the Black Lodge, Somewhat Supernatural, Big Bad Beetle Bros, the TJ Bowser Power Hour, Two Guys on Friday, Wicked Wednesdays, Wake and Bake. Am I missing anyone?
I think we're good.
I should have just counted them off as I
lost count.
I did not do that.
I lost count like after 10, and I'm like, there was 16.
I only got 10 fingers. God damn it. Shoes around.
But those all can be found on all of your favorite podcasting platforms, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play, or anywhere else you listen to audio-only content. But that is it for this week. This is your host with the motherfucking most, Mr. 88, the man who leaves the lady sore and begging for more, TJ Bowser, signing off.
This is your cuddly co-host, Big Johnny D, saying, see you later, Gorehounds.
This is your, you can go fuck yourself so I can kill you later, co-host Bobby and Monse. I'll see you later. I couldn't fuck anything better.
This is your guest host, the T6900 RoboFuck, saying, keep it bloody, Gorehounds.